I think saying yes to go to Domino Effect was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life.
This is Kevin. Kevin is a pretty normal high schooler. He studies for tests, works at charity, and hangs out with his friends. Sometimes, Kevin can't help but feel isolated and stressed. He just dedicates so much energy to homework, social media, and other obligations. Which begs the question, how can we smash this problem? This is Super Smash Bros., a video game series by Nintendo that's beloved by millions of players. Each player has a limited number of lives, and you lose lives when you get hit off the stage. If you take all of your opponent's lives, you win the game.
Smash is unlike any fighting game I've ever played. Each person you play against, it's a different personality, and that personality really shows when you play against them.
After playing Smash, like no other video game kind of just fills the same role.
As with any other sport that pits people against others, players want to prove that they were the best at the game. Today, there are hundreds of Smash tournaments around the country, and the competitive scene is thriving more than ever.
I really just enjoy meeting new people and playing against them and like playing against new characters, play styles that I've never fought before.
It's such a daunting game because people have been playing for multiple years, and to get to that caliber, you have to practice a lot.
It's a competitive environment where everyone that you're playing with or sitting next to is at your level and is thinking the exact same thing that you are, that they want to win. And so playing against like equals is a really fun thing.
One of these tournament series is Domino Effect, held in the Seattle area. It runs events for Melee, Smash 4, and Smash Ultimate. Sure enough, a very tight-knit, inclusive Smash community formed around Domino Effect. It's had an immensely positive impact on everybody who's a part of it.
After I joined Domino Effect, I had people I could play games with, talk with, and relate with.
It's sort of given like my life a new purpose.
It's like, it's so grassroots.
Well, almost everybody. This is the story of how an unlikely gaming community was able to touch the lives of hundreds of players. But just how did it get started? In November 2017, around 20 high schoolers came together at their friend's house in Everett to have the first Domino Effect.
My friends and I held this tournament because we love this game and we love playing with it. So it started out with my friend Brendan having an idea, and he said, hey, I really like this game, we play it all the time, let's have a tournament. And then we asked our mutual friend Osbert if he could invite some people that he knew played Smash at his school, Tesla STEM High School, and he invited some and they invited some, and before we knew it, there was 27 kids there.
Also, we were able to get everyone from Redmond to Everett to someone's house. And so it's actually really crazy how things actually worked out.
Kind of wanted to consolidate all the high school players primarily and really settle the question of who's the best.
Oh, so how DE got its name? Oh, that's a funny story.
But the name Domino Effect itself came from the fact that we are the most ill-prepared people of all time. It was because we wanted to get something to eat, and I guess we didn't look at how the deals work at Domino's Pizza, so we ended up getting a whole bunch of money together and getting not nearly enough food for everybody from Domino's. We made a big joke out of it afterwards. We were trying to get name selections because we were thinking about meeting up again, and someone said Domino Effect, and man, that just stuck so well. All of us still with the fresh memory of just having to starve.
I used to be a player. I used to be pretty good actually. I won the first Domino Effect ever. Melee singles. 20-something people. Pretty big deal. I was a pretty big deal back then. I was pretty good. I played Peach. I beat Mark. I reverse swept him in winners finals, and I think I won 3-1 grand finals. It was, I wouldn't say it was a very close set, but it wasn't a beat out. It was an alright set.
And just like that, it became a tradition for this group of friends to hold a domino effect at someone's house once a month.
D2, probably one of the most ratchet Ds. Definitely more ratchet than D1. We had it at Max's house and there was like 5 setups, 4 setups. I think D has definitely grown from there. I think everyone has been excelling really fast at the game, especially Max. I remember at D2, he brought it back from winners and he came back in losers. You know, he lost twice, but it was a valiant effort.
I think my favorite moment so far competing was at DE2 when I got top 8 in Melee. That felt so incredible because I had to play Harrison like early on, and so he ended up crushing me in Melee. But I made a little loser's run.
At the third Domino Effect, which is really early on, we're in Everett at one of our friends' house. And when we're there, I decided I'm getting bored with this game, trying to go become a tier whore and play Bayonetta, but I can't play Bayonetta for shit. So I'm losing constantly because I don't know how to do anything. So I go game 5 with Sam. I'm about to lose, and then he chokes and he loses, and then slaps the Wii and it turns off the monitor because he's so salty.
Going into that, I heard that this guy named Thomas was really, really good. So I wasn't going in too confident, but in winners finals, it was a really, really close set, and at the end, I think it was a pretty sizable pop-off when I finally won that set, and that gave me confidence that I was at the same level as the other players that were at these tournaments.
Ever since then, we were probably the two best players, and we almost always met in grand finals, either me and him or me and Max. And he did not take a set off me in Smash 4.
D3 at my friend Brendan's house, and D4 at my friend Edwin's house. That's gigantic, almost like a mansion in Kenmore, Washington. And it's great. I won that one. I won and I beat my friend Max, who beat me at D2, and I was very disappointed. I was very sad that he beat me, and I beat him in 2 sets. And the last set was really close, and I beat him, and I was on top of the world for at least a couple days.
I was very happy that I won, but very soon after, kind of the romance of competing died out. I still wanted to be involved with the scene. I feel like I was with this group of people already, so I still wanted to be involved. But if Domino Effect was a big deal, I guess I was the person who had the volition and the time and the will to do it. What we had to do is find a venue first of all. So the first one that we found was the old firehouse. We did a charity tournament at the old firehouse, and we got a date set up. And then obviously I had to assemble a team, and I've been very fortunate to have very good, very connected team members, especially Nolan and Fire the Pyro. And obviously, you know, from there, it grew pretty organically.
We've essentially gone public, so to speak, instead of staying in our grassroots. That has allowed us to expand further for the simple fact that our name gets out there. Are now in a more centralized location that people know about, that it's way easier to figure out who we are, what we're about, and actually getting people to willingly go. The 4 of us can all work together to make the upcoming tournament in the Redmond Firehouse be the best one we've ever had, because I want it to be.
My goal, hopefully replicate the results from Domino Effect 7. I'm also interested with some of the new faces here because I've seen a few and they're already blazing through tournaments.
It also still had a relatively higher skill level than Domino Effect 7.
Volunteers didn't show up, and we ran 3 hours late. That was pretty terrible. You can't wallow in self-pity or whatever, because there's stuff to be done. So you just have to put that aside. I'll reflect later, and just, go.
Once you get pretty far in bracket, you get pretty emotionally invested, since if you made it so far, why don't you just finish off the tournament? So when you finally do win it, it's just like a burst of emotion, and you're just like, yes, we can do this now.
I do feel very proud. I step back and I'm like, geez, we got, 60, 80, 90, probably 100 at DE9.
DE9, everything ramped up. Competition, I would say the quality of how the tournament was ran.
I do feel a lot of nostalgia for what DE used to be, the house tournaments. I really liked it. It used to be just kind of like a group of people who were friends and just used Smash as a medium to connect, but now it feels like a bunch of people who play Smash, and there's just other people there.
Well, it's actually quite different. In fact, I see the Discord, or I see our online chat, and it's just completely different. It used to be such a small community. Of course, the new game Ultimate came in, and everything's different now.
I feel like 1, 2, 3 were better, because a small group of people, a small group of friends got together and just did a tournament. It's different from facing against a bunch of random strangers that you don't know. It's when you win against your friend, you can just kind of flex on them.
Domino Effect 2, and you're more close to the people that you know there. While Domino Effect 8, it's just you against competition. I guess it's more, you get more people there, it's more hype and all that jazz, but again, it's nice to, just know the people better.
Now we have top PR players who are yeah, they're chill, but I don't really know them. It's not as fun as just playing with my friends at Max's house or something.
Do I regret growing DE? Do I regret making it public? No, I don't regret it. I think we gave a lot of people the opportunity to play, and a lot of people the opportunity to meet other people, and though we may have lost the sense of small community, I think what placed it is equally, if not better, for a majority of the people.
I think it's really, really cool to actually meet people that like the game as much as I do, and are, worse than me, so I can beat them. But probably the funnest thing about this community that we've created is that it's still growing.
Compared to Domino Effect 8, where it was actually a live tournament, you guys expanded so much on this. There are competitive people coming to this tournament. So I was like, okay, this is not friend versus friend anymore. This is actually, I'm gonna beat you and I'm gonna get to the top mentality now.
Also, the drive of the people definitely changed. You, Usher, and Yukito were the top players at the beginning, and obviously that offset now because we have really, really top players.
The top 3 people all had a really good shot of winning it, but now in the last 3, we've gotten ranked players from the state that have come in. So not only has it gotten harder, but the total amount of entrants has gone way up, which means that you get more experience playing a bunch of other people, which I think is good, but it's also gotten a lot harder to place well.
Domino Effect, to me, is learning to be humble. Domino Effect to me is learning about how to be a better friend. It's about getting better at something, systematically. It's about going places and seeing friends and meeting new people.
I think DE is amazing because I just feel at home. This is my circle, basically.
I was talking to my friend about college, and I'm like, college is a big place. How are you gonna manage to meet new people? and he couldn't come up with anything, but then my first response to my brain was, I'm gonna talk to people that play Smash. I'm gonna go to tournaments, I'm gonna meet new people and get those connections.
I had a community. I have people there to help me, have fun with, go get boba with, go eat pizza and hang out, play our favorite video game together. And I invite everyone, anyone, to go and find a game or a community. Have these people there for you. I think saying yes to go to Domino Effect was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life.
Hello?
Hey Kevin, this is Edwin. Noticed you've been feeling kind of down lately. You want to play Smash?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
I'm down for that, actually. Let's do this.